Now Jackson on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, 69 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point just does sneak over the bar, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Running is Barber. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Third and short yardage, Winston. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Single. 41 from
They're indeed going. It's Winston. That's to his running back, complete. Fighting through it, he's got space. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 51 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
It's easy to go back to the time Ndamukong Suh entered the NFL, and he was an absolute force right from the beginning. But it's been fun to watch his career progress, and I'm starting to see a little more finesse in his game, although I'm not sure he'd like me to describe it that way. But you see the agility, you see the movement, and, of course, he can bull rush when he needs to get to the quarterback.
Now Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Let's make these babies cry.
Following the interception, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A 1st down throw for Winston. He completes it to Evans. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Barber. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Winston over the middle to Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Ready? Black 25 to high. Let's get some penetration here.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That's another Baltimore first down. Here we go. Check 50. Check 50.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 7-yard line.
On second down, Ingram. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens have taken the lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Check 4. Check 4.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Second and 8 at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on second down, Winston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Jackson forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. There goes Mark Ingram. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it, on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jameis Winston and the rest of the Bucs set to begin this next drive. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And great. Effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
The gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Tight down. There you go.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Yo.
On second down and 4, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. First down, Winston. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right on the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully. here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a short kick taking it about the 16. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside. Here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
48 for Mike. Be a long game for you.
Check. Lucky. Green, triple team. Kill.
Barber on 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Barber. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down.
Hey, stop. Okay.
Hey, watch the ball. Check, 48's the ball.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ready. White 25.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Right back to him on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness?
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch it.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Dancing to his left, and now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Ravens defense, they get ready and they trot back out onto the field. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electric... The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come again.
Jameis to throw it. And that's complete. It's Allington.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Working out of the gun. Winston. Caught. It's Allington. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Here's Allington. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, Winston. It's hauled in by Allington. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 8 yards out, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. from the gun. Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for the Ravens. 55 yards.
First down.
Check 13.
First
Check
and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Second down and goal. Jackson, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Now Jackson being chased out. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Levante David able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. What a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball, but instead it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Wassor. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And the lead is now 21-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, 58 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson throwing again. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Bo Allen. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Barber. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Switch. Wait.
Brings up 2nd and 7. The 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Barber. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Winston. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So we read. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
That's two really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked in to what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. Third and long for Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. They'll try it now with Barber, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
He was brought down by Shaq Barrett. 1-yard gain. Brings up second.
On second and 9, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 45 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now you're
and Jameis intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now it's Jackson. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Steps away to his left. He'll run it, fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
57's Mike. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second and 11 now. Winston, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 23-yard run as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So out come the Bucs now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Once again, it's Barber. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ready? Black 25.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
On first and 10, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be caught. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Barber. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Throwing is Jackson. Got him in, it's Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson now. He's got it to Ingram, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Roberts got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 9-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Now it's Jackson.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And now look at him go. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
On third down, Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust?
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. First down, Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On second down, Winston again. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw for Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Third and short yardage. Winston. That's caught by Howard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll go with Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson to throw. This is caught. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
First and goal.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Interception all day, baby.
Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Jackson, catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. After the sack on first down, Jackson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 32 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Winston. Oh, he's going to air it out. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Ready. Flag. You're not ready. You're not ready. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. It's time to move.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And the QB rating right now sky high, 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. To throw again on second down, Jackson. Now he's flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On third down, Winston. He's got Evans. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Barber. Oh, a nice spin. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jameis to throw it. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Willie Henry with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll run the toss to Barber.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Who that? Check 48 to Mike. Check 48.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he finds Howard, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. On 1st down, it's Jones. Shrugs off another. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones. 29 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get off of me run and all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. This will be taken in at the 1. Still going. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. It's a gain of 5 on the second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And now running right through it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
To throw again is Jackson. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
24-yard gain on the play. First down.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. His throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch up, switch up.
Throwing, Winston. Looking downfield for Joe. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. When you're down this close inside the 5, do you like putting the ball to the outside like that?
No, I like it inside. I want more quick hitters, straight-ahead type runs, maybe get off tackle, but I don't want to string it out and have a chance for them to run it down behind me.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and...
And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ready. Move ready. Check 48.
They'll run on first down. It's Barber. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Here's Barber, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Mike, ready. Flag. Check 48 to Mike. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 48 go.
On 2nd and goal, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker, as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Here we go.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects. Tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards the pick up there, good for a Raven first. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 32 yards. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Here's Jackson to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Winston gives to Barber. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On second and 11 now. Winston, he fights him off. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Willie Henry. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Winston from the gun on third down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run it with Jones. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
36.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running is Barber. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Winston. This complete to Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Now Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Second down and goal. Winston. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Gay's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
57, Mike, 57.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jackson on first down. Snead's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Jackson now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Noah Spence, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, this one complete to Ingram. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram there to make the grab. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post.
Oh, Barber loses it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Working out of the gun, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. 5. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts him in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where did you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want pile up points.
They did. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Henry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And he finds Howard complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's not new.
On 3rd down, Winston escapes the sack. Now he's forced out right. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Bring it. Bring it. Bring it, Triple T. Wahoo.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Jackson. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.